General Dalbir Singh has reached Srinagar to review the situation in the wake of the terror attack in Uri. He will be meeting the injured soldiers as well. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar has reached Srinagar and is being briefed by the Army Chief on the operations. This is the first such major attack on an Army installation in Uri sector in nearly 2 years. Joining us now is Nandita Dagar from Vijay Chowk in New Delhi. Nandita, a short while back we heard that that briefing by the DGMO, clearly a well-planned operation, and as he told us, a lot of arms and ammunition. In a way, even though there was the tragic death of those 17 soldiers, as he's confirmed, a lot of arms and ammunition have also been recovered.
Yes, Rukma, the four terrorists were carrying AK-47s and under-barrel grenade launchers, and they all bore Pakistani markings, and that is why the DGMO mentioned that there is no doubt that the terrorists were from Pakistan, and that is why he spoke to his counterpart in Pakistan, that is the Pakistani DGMO, and the terrorists had hurled incendiary material, that is material which catches fire, on the tents, and he also mentioned that majority of the fatal casualties from the 17 Jawans martyred were because their tents caught fire. And as you rightly mentioned, that this is one of the biggest attacks on an army unit, and one of the biggest casualty figures that our army has witnessed since the early 2000s. And yes, he did say that we will be giving a befitting reply. Even the Prime Minister has also said that in his message. But what that reply would be is something that it is not in the army's domain, Rukma. The army just presents options. Just as last year we saw the attack in Manipur over our Dogra army unit, and then there was a cross-border raid carried out across the border in Myanmar. That is in the same way, this time too, the army will be presenting options to the political leadership, and the go-ahead, that is the green signal, or whether or to reject or to give it a green signal, lies within the hands of the political leadership, the Prime Minister, and the entire Cabinet Committee on Security. In fact, it includes the Defence Minister, the Home Minister, the External Affairs Minister, the National Security Advisor, and other top bureaucrats of the Research and Analysis Wing and the Intelligence Bureau. So this is something that the army has always prepared options, but since the red line has been breached again, and this time whether the government will talk, the government will talk through its foreign affairs spokespersons, will give dossiers, will allow the Pakistani investigation teams to come, or will think in terms of exercising its military options, remains to be seen.
Right, it remains to be seen. But in terms of follow-up operations, we've been hearing about a lot of activity. Well, the Defence Minister has reached Srinagar. He's left for Srinagar. As also, we've also heard about how General Dalbir Singh has left. What other details can you fill us in?
Yes, Rukma, now the mopping up operations are taking place, and that is the combing operations, that is, and they are called mopping operations. By 8:30 in the morning, all the 4 terrorists were neutralized, and there is no doubt about it that they were from Pakistan. If anybody thinks that they were from Romania or Latvia, is actually fooling himself. And now the ball is in the court of the political leadership, as I said. The military, of course, is carrying out encounters day in and day out in the valley, and the chief is there. He will be meeting with his top, the Northern Army commander, his top leadership, the 15 Corps commander, the Northern Army commander, and the units, the heads of the units which are stationed over there. They will prepare a strategy to the government.
Right.
High-level meetings have been underway in the capital today. They will be underway not just in the Corps headquarters and the command headquarters in Udhampur and in Srinagar, but also in Delhi and in the coming days also.
Right.
And Rukma, the anger, let me tell you, is palpable. The people are, this is one of the most heinous, and the scale of the attack is such that this is something that the common man is unable to digest. Somebody who's listening to the news on the radio or on television or in the newspapers is horrified and actually aghast at this
dastardly attack. Right, Nandita, thank you very much for joining us there, and you keep your eyes on that story. We'll be back with you throughout the day for more.